Hi, welcome to this episode of Thai Food. Today I'm going to do some asparagus on the grill. So I'm just going to go through with you what I do to prepare my asparagus for the grill before I actually grill it. What I got here is a bunch of asparagus, obviously. I got it at Sam's Club. It was like $5 for 2 pounds, so not a bad price. You can see the ends are kind of old and whatnot. So what you want to do is you can do it one of two ways. You can grab and kind of bend till it breaks, and hopefully you don't throw it on the floor. Or preferred way is the way my mother would do it, is kind of check and see where it's tender. And again, hopefully you don't throw it on the floor like I did. You just want to basically, start at the bottom and start checking. You can pretty much, right when it goes through without a whole lot of pressure, that's where it's tender. That's where you want to cut it, because otherwise it's a bit woodsy and tough to chew on. So, just that simple. And you can do it without putting your thumb there too, if you're afraid of cutting your thumb. Just put it on the cutting board and just kind of start pressing, and where it goes through nice and easy. You can see I've got some cut marks where I've tried it. You don't want to just, because obviously you can go through it if you just chop at it. And that one was pretty close to where it was tender. Now, another thing my mother would do is peel these off here. And the main reason she did that is because our asparagus was fresh from the garden. So when it's fresh from the garden, you tend to get little pockets of dirt behind here. So if you take that off and then you rinse your asparagus, it'll take the sand out of it. I don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty sure this is hydroponically grown, because I've never seen any dirt of any sort on this, and I've never had any issues with the dirt getting behind that. So I just leave it on when I get it from the store. Now if I get it fresh from a farmer, I would take those off. So I'm just going to finish trimming these up here. There we are. I'll pick up the ones I threw on the floor later. So now we've got this all pretty much set at the moment. And I kind of want to try to do this in batches. I don't want to try to do this all at once, because it's not going to be all that easy to do it all at once. So now that I've got it prepared, this is some olive oil that was left over when I roasted my garlic. So you can use regular olive oil, doesn't matter. I'm just going to ladle this and stream it over the asparagus, like so. And you want to have enough that you can coat your asparagus so that your seasonings will help stick to it, and it'll help, with the grilling as well. So you want to mix your asparagus here, like so. I'm going to add the rest of this to it, and then drizzle a little more on. You don't want it swimming in the oil, because, kind of trying to be a little healthy. But you want enough oil on there, as I throw more asparagus on the floor, but you want enough oil on there that your seasonings will stick. Okay, set that back off to the side again. Because the next step, we're going to season this really well. And I do mean really well. I've prepared this for my good friend Jack and his wife Tatra one time when they come over for dinner when we lived in New York. And he thought I was possibly over seasoning it. And I believe my reply to him was, trust me. And let me just get the oil off my hands real quick here. And he just kind of, okay, So we got it on the grill, and Jack was really pleasantly surprised that it wasn't over-seasoned with the amount of seasoning that I put on it. But like I said, you want to be liberal with it, because some of it will come off during the cooking process. But you also want it to be able to penetrate the asparagus while it's cooking. Alrighty. So, got our oil on. I'm going to hit it with some salt, quite liberally. as I mentioned before. And then a little bit of pepper. I don't go too crazy with the pepper. And now got some onion powder. As you can see, I was pretty liberal with it. And granulated garlic. And that's really all I season this with. And like I said, I want to make sure it gets coated really well. Now I'm going to add this layer on. And as I add this layer on, it's going to touch the ones below it and help coat it that way as well. And then I'll kind of toss this all together too. So again, salt. And if you don't have a salt grinder, you can use whatever salt you got. This is some Himalayan pink salt I got in a grinder here. And some pepper. Onion powder. And garlic. And this is one of our favorites here, especially in the summertime when it's easy to get a hold of the asparagus. And you can literally see the seasoning sticking to that. But like I said, once we go to the grill, you'll be good to go. And that's really it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to just take this right to the grill and grill it, you know, give a good, grill it however you want it. I like mine with some little char bits on it and whatnot, but however you want it, you grill it to your liking. If you want it really, really flimsy and mushy, go for it. If you want to grill it halfway, then put it in the microwave and finish cooking it, go ahead. Your choice. I'm just going to grill it and then go right to the table with it. And I want to do it kind of high and hard, so I get a good grill on it, but it's still kind of a al dente, so to speak. You know, it's got some chew to it, a little bit of crunch, not a whole lot. Some are going to be more done than others, most likely, when I'm done with it, but all in all, it's going to taste good, and I know it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the bell, check out my Facebook page, Thai Food. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.